Again. Welcome again to calciumtherapy.com. Mark Manhart. I need coffee and a Danish, I'll tell you. It's too early in the day. Here is something I wanted to read to you because this is a perfect example of how things happen and where we're at with other dentists here. This is from a lady on the West Coast. Now, this is reading, but it's really very interesting. Hello, doctor. So after jumping through a lot of hoops, I was finally able to get my dentist to test my teeth number 8 and 9 with endo ice. And sure enough, the one on the right, the tooth on the right, was not sensitive whatsoever from the ice, even after several seconds. He didn't hold it on 9 seconds like you recommended. On the one on the left was mildly sensitive after about 2 seconds. I am completely amazed that it turned out that the tooth is dead. I really thought this would be a total waste of time when I was heading to the dentist yesterday, but something kept urging me forward. I think in part because even though I don't have any localized pain, I feel like there's something in that area where the infection is located, and I believe that that would explain why my periodontist has gotten progressively worse over my periodontitis. The infection got progressively over a relatively short period of time. Of course, my hygienist and dentist thinks it's all down, puts it all down to a lack of flossing and all kinds of things like that. Thanks so much for taking the time to help me. Besides, unbelievably, the affordable calcium materials I've been purchasing. Okay, I honestly am somewhat in shock, and I think my dentist was too. He seemed to think I was a bit loony or crazy at first, insisting to have this tooth tested. He also kept insisting on asking me that I'd have trauma before he had administered the endo ice, and also kept asking if I'd been properly flossing. This is so typical. This is very typical of dentists who don't understand what we're doing. An endodontist that I went to recently for another reason downright refused to test my 2 teeth with the endo ice because he saw no evidence of infection. And he pointed at the x-ray to show me that. Unfortunately, my doctors in this country have a tendency to disregard what we think as patients, and they think we're kind of crazy or ignorant. The surprise from yesterday of no response from that tooth seems to have left me and the dentist feeling validated and somehow, and hopefully that once this infection is healed, I will have a better life. Now, I wrote her back, and so this is what I wrote. Dear A, your response is so factual and honest. I want to put this on the website. I would like to do a podcast about that experience as well, and she agreed to that. No names or places need to be mentioned at all. The goal here is to get the diagnosis correct. And it's important, this is key. It is important to give the dentist credit for his ability to listen to you. Remember, it's you and your dentist who revealed the facts of what's going on, and all we're doing is helping to solve the problem. I think that was a beautiful, realistic situation that she worked her way through with her dentist, even though the dentist was very skeptical. You know, be skeptical, but listen to people. Thanks for dropping by the Calcium Therapy.